Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haris Khan and I'm from Electrical Engineering Department, Sakrabi University. Alhamdulillah, we are done with our final year project named as Design of Highly Sensitive Mechano-Optical Strain Sensor for Human Gates Monitoring and High-End Robotic Applications. I achieved this milestone along with my group members Irfanullah and Abdul Samad, and we are done under the supervision of Dr. Muhammad Waqas Umru, and our co-supervisor is Engineer Afaq Manzoor. So this is the content which I'm going to cover today. First of all, I'll give you a simple introduction about the sensors. And then we will go for aims and objectives, components and tool required, methodology, results, and so on. So what was the major problem which motivated us to design a sensor? Not a simple sensor, as its name suggests that it's a mechano-optical strain sensor. So as you know that mechano means there may be some mechanical change, and optical suggests that there may be some involvement of light as well. So we get some output depending on these two parameters. So the problem statement is most of the previously developed strain sensors cannot measure in multi directions and can be damaged. Also, the performance is affected by some external environmental effects and repeatability. These external environmental effects may include temperatures and so on. With prolonged use, the accuracy of these sensors are dropped, and the major drawback of previously developed sensor is that the development of strength sensor with both high stretchability and high sensitivity is still a great challenge. So if the sensor was developed, it supports more stretchability, then there might be some chances that it lose its sensitivity. And if it is more sensitive, so they are not able to be stretching at high levels. So there is a trade-off between these two quantities. Introduction. The demand of flexible and soft electronic devices is growing day by day, especially wearable and skin mountable electronic devices recently attracted a great attention because of their conformal interaction with human body and long-term monitoring capabilities. Recently, different kinds of wearable sensors are proposed by using several nanomaterials bounded with highly flexible and stretchable polymers. So the strain sensors are basically fabricated by the combination of two things. First is some polymer, which may include Ecoflex and maybe PDMS, but we use Ecoflex in our case. And the second thing is nanomaterial, which is embedded with the defined polymers. So we use molybdenum disulfide in our case for the fabrication of mechano-optical strain sensor. With the help of these small wearable devices, the status of a human body can easily be monitored with high efficiency and minimum discomfort. These sensors also fulfill some other minimum requirements like stretchability, flexibility, low power consumption, and light. If we talk about the aims and objectives, basically we have three objectives. First is to design highly sensitive mechano-optical strain sensor based on optical transmittance change using simple and cost-effective principle. Then sensors electrical, mechanical, and electrochemical characterizations will be performed. And finally, after its complete fabrication, our final objective is to implement our proposed sensor in two major applications. Initially, we use this sensor in health monitoring side, and also we use this same sensor in robotic side as well to actuate the now robot. These are the components and tools which we used for during fabrication of our final year project. It consists of two parts. First is hardware and the second one is software. So if we talk about hardware, we use Ecoflex as a polymer, ESP32 module. It's basically a Wi-Fi module used to transfer data wirelessly. Then 3D printing for printing of molds. We use different kinds of molds, which I discuss in the next slides as well. Magnetic stirrer with bars, MOS2 particles to provide optical properties. Pipette pickers, SMD LEDs, which is used as a light source, and some light saving device as well. So if we talk about software, we use SolidWorks for making 3D casings or other for use for designing of other 3D molds. Then we use Eagle, which is used for the designing of PCB, and then Arduino, Python, and choreography. The last three softwares are basically used to actuate or to control the smart robot. So why we fabricate or design a micro-optical strain sensor. Previously developed strain sensors, as I mentioned earlier, that there's a trade-off between two things. That if the developed strain sensor is more sensitive, then there might be some chances that they lose their stretchability, and if it's more stretchable, then it may be lose its sensitivity as well. So we design such as a kind of mechano-optical strain sensor, not a simple strain sensor, mechano-optical strain sensor, because we use light as well, which ensures both high stretchability and linearity or sensitivity as well. So let's go for the methodology for the fabrication of strain sensor. This picture shows the complete fabrication process of our mechano-optical strain sensor. Let's start from there. First of all, we'll design some mold by using by using SolidWorks. Then we use Ecoflex as a polymer in our case, which is commercially available in two parts, part A and part B. So both of the parts are mixed with 1:1. After mixing of Ecoflex, we'll mix some MOS2 particles. This is molybdenum disulfide. Why we use molybdenum disulfide? Because it is sensitive to light, good optical properties, and the major benefit is that it has a good mechanical strength. So we mix this molybdenum disulfide with prepared Ecoflex with the help of magnetic stirrer. Then we'll go for casting this liquid in our proposed mold. And after curing at 4 hours room temperature, for 4 hours at room temperature, we get our output. You can see here, it's a thin film, blackish thin film, which is stretchable. So we pass this thin film through a 3D design package. This package consists of two things. It contains LED, which is light source, and the second thing is light receiving device. So the LED is placed on the upper side and light receiving device is below side, and the strip is passing between these two components. Here it shows its stretchability. It is more stretchable. We're testing its stretchability up to 200%. Then we will go to implement this sensor in our applications. You can see here it is implemented. It was a single sensor which is implemented on the finger. And you can see here this was a robot which is designed with some hand gadget circuitry as well. This hand gadget basically contains all the circuitry, which includes ESP32 module and some other supply as well. So we design 5 different sensors and mount these sensors on each finger. And these fingers are used to actuate different joints of the robots. So this is the complete fabrication process of our proposed mechano-optical strain sensor. Let's discuss one by one. Initially, we design some molds by using SolidWorks. So you can see here, this is casing to for our Ecoflex and MS2 solution. Then we will design a 3D optical package. Upper side may contain LED and the lower side contains some light receiving device. These are the printed molds. First one is for curing purpose, and the second is to place the LED and LDR, some light receiving source. So we pass the strip in between these two components. After this fabrication, we test also its flexibility as well. You can see that it is more flexible. Then we'll cast the mixture of Ecoflex and MS2 in that mold. And after curing for 4 hours at room temperature, we'll obtain this polymer. And here it shows its stretchability. It is a single purpose sensor, which consists of this thin strip passes between 3D optical package. And this picture shows the complete PCB, which is initially designed at Eagle software. And we, after its designing, we'll get its print and solder our components on PCB as well. And this is our hand glove, which we use to actuate the robots.
Now, after the fabrication process, we will discuss some results here. So this is the some results which is a sensor characterization. In this, we have tested the performance of our sensor, proposed sensor. Here, the first graph show the loading and unloading of the sensor. Means if we loading means stretch. If we stretch, then the light intensity increase. And if we relax, mean unload the our sensor, so its light intensity decrease is shown. The second graph show the stability of the sensor. We stage it for 10 minutes and the response is approximately stable. And if we relax after 10 minutes, then the light intensity decrease is before the stretching. So it show the stable response. And the third graph show the stability, stretchability of up to 150%. First of all, we will stretch at 0% means we have at a normal position, and then we have stretched it up to 150%, 50%, and then the light intensity increase, and after then we have stretched again up to 100%, and then up to 150% as you see that the light intensity increase. The fourth graph show the different finger response. For example, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. This is a different ring finger response that it give that the sensor give us. Uh, Now this is the some slow and fast bending of different joint. The first graph show the slow and fast bending of finger. The first wave show the slow bending, and the complex wave show the fast bending. And the second graph show the slow and fast bending of the wrist. And the third graph show the slow and fast bending of elbow, and the fourth one graph show the slow and fast bending of knee. This graph show the bending of elbow up to 90 from 90 degree means first we have a stage we have at a normal position state at 0 degree, and then we have to state it up to 40 degree, then the light intensity increase, and up to 90 degree, then the light intensity is shown. And the second graph show the finger bending up to 90% edge of the elbow likewise. The below two graphs show the first 10 cycle and last 10 cycle of the sensor. The first 10 cycle is shown is here, and we have take the last 10 cycle after 500 cycle. After 500, we have take the results of last 10 cycle, which show approximately the same result. Here is we have two major application: health monitoring application and robotics application. In the health monitoring application, there is the overview. The sensor was attached to the joint of human body, and the results were analyzed by moving the joint at different angles. We use Blink app for showing data of the sensor wirelessly. Initially, we mount the sensor on finger by fixing its two ends. The results are analyzed by bending the finger from normal position to different angles. Same procedure is followed for other joint of human body, like mounting the strength sensor on knee, wrist, and elbow. So for medical side, we have transfer data wirelessly. We have control our and monitor our sensor wirelessly. First of all, here we connected the ESP32 board to the Wi-Fi, and then the ESP32 get the data from our sensor, and this data will send to a Blink library, and the Blink library will send next to the Blink app. So we use Blink app for wirelessly control of our the port sensor. Here are some research of blink app. First, in the first two graph, in the first two picture we see that the finger is at normal position and the light intensity is less. And if you bend the finger, then the light intensity is increased as well. And the other two pictures show the wrist result. In the first, the wrist is at normal position, light intensity is less, and if we bend it up to 90 degree, then the light intensity increase. And this is two graph is for the elbow. The first in the first the elbow is at normal position, and in the second it bend to up to 90 degree, and the light intensity increase. And these two figures show for the knee. In this picture, the knee is at normal position, and in this we bend the knee up to 90%, and the light intensity increase as well. So this is the table, average table that we have taken for different joints as thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, elbow, knee, and wrist. This is a different experiment, and we have taken up to 5 times for every joint, and we take the average of all the values, and we have set the range for different position. For example, normal position 0 degree to 30 degree, 30 degree to 60 degree, and then 60 degree to 90 degree. This is the range for different bending position of every experiment. For example, thumb at normal position 41, this is the average of 5 times experiment. And for 0 to 30 degree, its value is about 294, and up to about 30 and 6, between 30 and 60, it's nearly 500 value, and up to between 60 and 90, it's nearly about to 6 and 37.43. So this is a different range for different experiment. So here is the robotic application which will be discussed by our group, third group member Erfanullah.
So in robotic application, we have also done some of the work in the robotic side. As we know that there is a high need of robot in our daily life, so we have also done some of the work in the robotic side. So as we discussed we made a smart hand gloves in which we have mounted 5 different mounted sensor, machine optical sensor on our hands. So this finger is connected to the now robot. So as we know that we don't have a now robot in physical form. So for this purpose, we use a choreography in which we have a simulation based now robot. So this now robot is actually connected with Python. We use a Python programming for this now robot for controlling the now robot. So it is the flow of data. In the first, as we can see that in the sensor data is given to the Arduino. The data will be shown in the Arduino serial monitor, and then this data will be taken by the Python 2.7 version, and this data will be from Python. This data will be given to the now robot, and the now robot motion will be started, and now robot will be activated. So it is the flow of our data which is taken from the sensor, and at last the robot motion is activated. Further, it's our initial step that we first of all we control the head of the now robot. In the first figure is the first picture, as the finger is at normal position, and the robot is also in the normal position. And when we bended the finger, then the head of the now robot is also rotated. So after that, it is the smart gloves at which we have made it, and there is 5 different and the fingers. So we control the now 5 different motions of the now robot. As the ring finger is connected to the head of the now robot, and the ring finger is connected to the left shoulder, and as middle finger is with the elbow, right elbow, and forefinger is with the right shoulder, and thumb is to the left elbow. When we bended the finger, different finger, the different motion will be shown on the now robot. So it is actually actuation of now robot. So in actuation, there is a different motion of now robot with the different fingers. In the first picture, here in the first picture, the finger is in normal position. All the fingers are in normal position, and the hand is also in the normal position. Now robot, fully now robot is in normal position. And then in the second picture, the index finger is bended, and the motion of the robot is shown in the figure as the right shoulder is upward. And in the second picture, third picture, sorry, in the third picture, the middle finger is also the middle finger is bended, and the motion of the elbow is also shown as in the here is the shoulder is also bended here. In the last picture, the ring finger is bended, and the two fingers is straightened, and then the left shoulder is upward, and the motion is shown. So next, we have a demonstration video of now robot, which we control the now robot of a different motion with the different fingers of our hand gloves. So here we show, I show the motion of now robot here in the video. Let's watch the video. Now I bended the index finger, and the left hand is, you can see the motion of the left handed. As I bending the finger, and the motion is also shown in the picture, which is the index finger data is connected to the left shoulder, and in the middle finger data is connected in the left right hand elbow, which is shown in the figure. The elbow is bending and stretching. You can see the result here with the left finger. Yeah, you can see the fingers and also the robot in the simulation base in the laptop. No, it is with the ring finger. The ring finger is connected to the right shoulder of the now robot. As I am bending the finger, ring finger, the robot right shoulder is moving upward and downward. As you can see here in the result in this video. Yeah, it was just a simple demo of our project here that show the different motion of the now robot with the which is connected to the different sensors which we have prepared. So no, it's just a FIP progress in which we have done some of the hardwares, which you can see the hand gloves, and some research papers we studied about about more than 40 papers, and also we have done some 3D printing from our Fab Lab Sakarya University, and here is real-time implementation here, which is also done, and simulation. You can see here the Python choreography and Arduino simulation is also done. Everything is done. So it is the flow of our project and the progress of our project. Now next is our conclusion. Simple words. The conclusion of the of FYP is we made an EcoFlex in which we use different sensor. One is the light receiving and light emitting sources. So actually, what is going on in the sensors? We made an EcoFlex in which MOS2 is mixed, and one of the lights emitting source upward and down is the light receiving source. When we bend the finger, the EcoFlex is transparency is increases, in which in which the light passing is increasing. So light intensity is increasing, and this increasing is shown in the Python program, in which in result that transmitters in increasing, or we can say that the resistance of the light emitting device, in which in our case we use an LDR. The resistance of the LDR is increasing. So external, when we applied an external strain on the LED on the sensor, the transparency level is increases, and the more light is passing to the EcoFlex, and the more light is receiving by the light receiving devices. Furthermore, the sensor is high stretchability and also ensure the stability with the large number of cyclic loading and unloading. Our all package, which consists of light source, light receiving devices, and polymer, is mounted on any human joints for joints motion detection, and also used to actuate the robot by fixing multiple sense sensor on fingers. We can use this sensor anywhere in our body. We can fix it on our fingers, elbows, shoulders, anywhere, any joint. We can fix this sensor on our body, any joints we can control, and we can measure the different motions. So in future recommendation, here is the picture of some future recommendations. In our case, actually what we have done, we use Arduino cable in which the data is come from the sensor and given to the PC, and which is shown on serial monitor on the Arduino board. And then their data is given to the Python. Matlab, mean this data is the data from the serial monitor is taken by the Python coding and then given to the robot. So there is a physical connection between the sensor and the PC. So in future recommendation, there will be the robot will be wirelessly controlled. It means that there will be no physical connection between the PC and the Arduino or ESP32 module and any microcontroller. And another one is so we need a central app which is used to display the data acquired from the sensor. In our work, we need to upload the code again and again in case of changing the in Wi-Fi network, and this app must be overcome by putting some development in this project. Furthermore, same result can be analyzed in future by using different material. Instead of MOS2 and EcoFlex, as we used EcoFlex and MOS2, so it can be replaced by some another materials. And in this project, we use a 3D models for the sensor. So this package of a 3D sensor can also be also can change and for futures. So thank you. It's from our side. Thank you so much. And last, this is our FYP poster in which we have show all the data and all the flow of things.